Touchdown, Seahawks! Are you kidding me?
This next one is hilarious.
Yeah.
Number 5, Butterfingers. The famous Tony Romo botched snap.
Oops, I Romo'd again. No, I mean, this is so sad, too, because this is where kind of that whole beginning of that poor, like, because I'll be honest, as far as Dallas Cowboy quarterbacks go, I kind of like Tony Romo. Like, he was hard not to like.
Oh, I totally agree. The night before that game, there was a piece done on Tony Romo, and they were asking him if he'd ever been in a big game situation similar to this. And he responds, yeah, I had a game very similar to this back in, I can't remember if he said college or high school. But the reporter goes, oh, wow, that's awesome. So how did that go? And he responds, not well. He's like, and he gave his, like, you know, his old smirk that he goes, and I was like, this guy's hilarious. Like, he's like, because I guess he lost the game for him. So he, like, ripped on himself, and I was like, this is great.
Little did he know he'd have a chance to repeat that.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so.
Against the Seahawks in the playoffs.
Yes. So I was also at this game, and I was in the Hawks Nest, which at the time was the rowdiest section in the entire stadium. I remember people that actually wanted to avoid that part of the stadium just because it had that reputation. But not us. Our crew, we loved being in that section because we were all about it. And the craziest stuff always seemed to happen on that side of the field, but I'm beginning to think that that's not really a coincidence. So here we go. The date was January 6th, 2007 at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. And this was the NFC Wild Card Playoffs. So fast forwarding to the fourth quarter, the Cowboys are trailing 21-20, but it's essentially over because they're on the 19-yard line. It's the fourth quarter. They have a 19-yard field goal that they just need to boot through the uprights, and it's essentially over. So it's 4th and 1 with 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go in the game. All they have to do is just punch in that field goal, and they advance on to the playoffs.
That's like almost an extra point in distance, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so basically, as a fan, the only thing we have at this point is to wave our hands and yell as loud as we possibly can. And that's what we did. And this was amazing. And like you said, it's right around that same time that everyone started hating Tony Romo. And this certainly did not help things for Mr. Romo. So the ball is snapped. Romo is actually the holder because a lot of the times they have the quarterbacks who hold the ball because, well, they're used to calling the plays and they're usually good with their hands. And
one of the backups, you too. And remember, he started that season as the backup quarterback.
Yes, you are 100% correct. I totally forgot about that. So the ball is snapped and Romo goes to place the ball down and it slips out of his hands. And I remember like this being a big deal because remember, wasn't he talking about how the ball was slippery?
Yeah.
Because they, grease up the balls and stuff like that. So the ball slips out of his hands. And, with kicking, it's all about timing. So, of course, the play's done. It's shot. So Romo, what does he do? He just picks it up and he just starts running. It's the only thing he can do at this point. He's running.
It looks like he might punch it in, too. I mean,
oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, we're like, oh, my God, what happened? Because, in the stands, I don't have the view of, everybody else on TV. So from the stands, we're just watching. We're like, wait a minute, where's the kick? And then you see Romo running to the right. On our side, it was the right. So he's like running. And Ethan, what happens next?
Jordan Babineau comes screaming from the other side like he's going to block it. And then continues to hustle because he's coming from the opposite side and chases him down from behind and just does a beautiful textbook drive down and wrap and squeeze any foot or leg you get and just takes Romo down, man. Romo hits the ground, the ball pops out. I mean, it was an ugly fall.
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, we were partying like crazy after that. And we're looking down at Romo and he's just sitting there with his hands over his face. Oh, it was glorious. And man, I'm telling you, for years and years and years, we talked about that play and how awesome that was. Thank you, Tony.
Classic moment, Tony.
Butterfingers.
Romo holds. 19-yard field goal attempt. Oh, it is fumbled.
by Romo, and then Romo's going to run to the end zone, and he's going to get tackled by Jordan Babineau. Amazing.